Welcome to boot camp, cardio and athletic work in a high intensity interval training. We're starting with cardio, which are simply easy drills, and they allow you to go full out. So here we go with boxer bounces left and right. Keep it easy, keep it chill, just bounce on the balls of your feet sideways. Keep your knees bent, keep it light. Arms up if you want to, keeping your guard, knuckles to your cheek, elbows close to your rib cage. Breathing deeply here, 5 more seconds. And another simple one, simple single lunges alternating left and right. This is fairly simple, so you can focus on your arm work. Arms are going forward and backwards, diagonally to your legs, so contralaterally to your legs. Right arm forward, left knee is bent forward, and left arm and right leg. This is a great warm-up. So increase your breathing rhythm a little bit, feel your body temperature increasing, your heart rate increasing, more blood supply coming to your muscles. And here we go for pulse squats, 45 seconds. You have 10 seconds of rest. If you need more, simply press pause. Go for it. Press your hips back and down and pulse between a mid and a low height. Arms reach out overhead, thumbs are pointing backwards. Extend those arms, engaging your latissimus. Pull the navel in, supporting your back. Now, while your thighs start to burn, make sure your knees are not pushing in front of your toes. Keep pushing those hips back and down. 10 more seconds. So thighs are burning, so here we go for some knee runs. High knee runs on the spot. Here we go. So pick those knees up. Active, agile, athletic arm movement here. Now engage the core as much as possible, picking those knees up from the center of your core. These intense cardio drills are one of our main ingredients of boot camp. Working on your coordination skills, your agility, and your range of motion. Last one up before we stretch. Plank to V, engaging the core. So get down into plank position, shoulders above your hands, then press back into down dog or V position, pressing the chest towards your legs, and fully extending your shoulders, opening your chest, opening the shoulder. Then roll forward, pulling the navel in, rounding the back, and then extend all the way into full plank, straight long line from your toes or your heels all the way to the crown of your head. In this workout, you can either be barefoot or with shoes. In both cases, roll over your first toe joint to work on mobility of your toes. Perfect, and there we are. Stretching our legs, working on our mobility and range of motion. So step wide apart with your legs and pivot over to your left, come into high lunge. Then lower both arms. Make sure you have one hand to the left, one hand to the right of your foot. So don't come inside with both hands. Then keep the left hand on the floor, open the right hand to the sky or ceiling. Oh, it's the other way around. Whatever. Turn towards your bent knee in order to twist the spine, rotate and open. And we're working on a deep hip stretch here as well. Then step a little closer, fold forward into hamstring stretch. Nose comes to the front knee. Then lift the foot a little bit, dig the heel into the ground, increasing the hamstring stretch. Lengthening from the heel all the way to your sit bone. Then step backwards into plank, 10 push-ups. You can lower the knees if you need to, but try to start on your feet for the first few ones at least. Count to 10. And then on your own account, come back forward with the left foot into lunge position. Slowly moving to the center. If you're ready, bend the left knee, stretch out your right adductors inside of your thigh. Stretch the right hamstring, come into half squat. Stretch both arms forward, engaging the back. Stretch over to the other side, adductors first, then the right knee. Stretch the left adductor inside of your left thigh. And then your hamstrings. So sit down into half squat all the way. Great for ankle mobility as well. Keep moving, stay dynamic. This is the warm-up stretch. So we need to work on the mobility and elasticity of our muscles, connective tissue, and tendons. Come up into high lunge, pushing the hips down. Work it down into low lunge. One hand left, one hand right. And then twist towards the bent knee. Open the right arm to the sky. Low down, step closer, bend over your right knee, nose to the knee. Flex the front foot, digging the heel into the ground, lifting your sit bone. And we're getting ready for mountain climbers, 20, that's 10 each. Lift your knees all the way in between your elbows, 20 times, count. And then at your own pace, step forward again with the right leg, come into center, and come all the way up. And here we go, starting our training, starting our workout. Athletic work, increasing our agility, our movement through space. 3 pulse lunges. So step backwards into lunge, then jump towards the bent knee side, step back forward, and repeat. Try 3 jumps to each side. You can do more, of course. Try to get a little bigger, making bigger jumps each time. Both knees are bent 90 degrees. Don't hit your knee on the floor though. And remember those arms, they go contralaterally, diagonally, right arm up, left leg forward. 5 more seconds. And here we go for cross jabs. If you need to press pause, you can at all times, otherwise we just have 10 seconds of rest here before we jump into cross jacks. Open and close your legs, cross them front and back. Open and close your arms. Cross them above and below, flexing your hands if possible. Stretching your forearms halfway through. Now feet go from parallel to slightly turn outwards to protect your knees. So when you cross both feet, front and back, turn your feet out and rebound on your toe mounts. 5 more seconds. We have a new exercise introducing the plank jack lift. So this is a jumping jack for the feet and an arm lift front for the arms. Now lift one arm at a time when your feet are open, and then bring the hand down again when you close your feet. You will have to stay very tight in your core. This is a great core strength and stability workout. Remember to lift those arms, engaging your back, latissimus, shoulder girdle. Keep breathing, 10 more seconds. Keep bouncing. And get back up. Introducing another great exercise here, another great drill. The lunge, squat jump. Come from a squat into lunge, then switch into the other lunge, and then switch into squat. So we jump from lunge to the other side, lunge, into a deep squat. We go, lunge, squat, and all is jumpy. We're burning a lot of calories here, increasing your metabolism long term. We have a ton of explosive exercises here, so this is just one of them. Well done. Introducing the push-up burpee. Now this is a little more intense than the burpee we've been doing previously, so you are allowed to do the push-up here on your knees. So start with jumping and then jump back into plank, lower the knees down, come down into a push-up, jump back forward and jump up into squat jump. If you want to do the first few rounds on your feet instead of lowering the knees, you can. And if you want to continue on your feet, you can as well. Otherwise, you can drop your knees. There's way to go. We're just at the beginning of our boot camp, so don't feel shy to drop those knees for your push-up. 5 more seconds. 10 seconds of rest. Pause the video if you need to, because otherwise we'll be going into side shuffle. You know the drill by now. Start with squat, inside hands coming down, outside hand going to the back of your ear. Then jump back up, side shuffle 3 to 5 steps, and squat down. Now start playing with directions. You can either go further left and right, or go diagonally front and back, halfway through. Working our rebound capabilities here for elasticity and speed. 5 more seconds. Perfect. Going back down on the floor into plank position. This time we're having 3 switch lunges in plank position and then opening up into a rotation stretch. So start in plank position and bring one leg to the front into lunge. Switch 3 times, bouncing, picking your hips up as much as possible to make space for your legs to switch. And then count 3, 2, 1, stay, open up to the bent knee, open the arm in T position and down, switch 1, 2, 3, open up into T, rotating towards the bent knee. Make sure you're jumping outside of your hands, not on your hand. Come on, one more time. Time. All right, introducing a new drill here, the 3 pulse knee. Squat pulses, you already know. Now we do add a knee to the front, a front knee after each 3 pulses. Pulling both hands to the side of the knee coming up, just for adding a little bit of back training here. Really engaging and pulling the hand towards the waist. 3 pulses go down from low to mid, really pressing the hips down and back, and then bring the knee forward, leaning the upper body a little bit backwards, extending the hip of the standing leg. The knee comes forward and up, pressing forward like a stomped knee. Arms can come up if you want to. We'll have more of this, don't worry. Pulse squat, so no knee here. Just continue the pulse squat. Here we go. Arms come up. Extending both arms overhead, thumbs pointing backwards. And now squat as low as you can. Really bounce between mid and low height. Go as low as you can, halfway through. If you feel like getting up, you can have a knee front if you want to, every now and then. Five more seconds. Going with our title song here. It's just the best. Come on, we go down for our core stability training into elbow plank. We're not getting back up. So you're through with your drills, so do this, your best elbow plank, elbow underneath your shoulder, both forearms are parallel. Now press the crown of the head forward, press the heels backwards, engage the core, pull the navel in, hips are shoulder height. Make this your best plank ever. For all of our drills, we do need good core, not just for the balance, but also for executing movements in space, front, back, and sideways. While moving through space, we need our core to be stable. Stay on the floor, come into down dog. We're starting with the right leg. Down dog split to knee. So push the chest down and towards your legs. Bring the right leg extended. And then pull the knee front in between your elbows. This is pretty quick, so you can't really go with a breathing rhythm. Just breathe however you need it and try to be as fast but controlled as possible. Stay strong in your shoulders, bend your elbows slightly, and make sure both of your hands, your middle fingers are parallel and underneath your shoulders when you're coming forward into your half plank. Half plank because you just have one leg down. Almost there, 5 more seconds. Well done. You got 10 seconds of rest, so sit down, shake your wrists or release them. Press pause if you need, otherwise. Left leg coming up and knee pulling forward. Now you might start to get tired in your shoulders, but keep working on your shoulder girdle, pressing backwards towards your leg and down to the floor. Nice extension here and opening the shoulder. Your back leg might also start to come lower. So lift your left leg as high as possible and then pull it as close to the chest as you can when bring the knee between your elbows. Last one, then we stretch and cool down. Well deserved. So start standing, side stretching, make soft fists, bring both fists to the side of your hips and then reach overhead, extend your side body. You can now cross the leg behind, making a C shape with your whole side. Include the head in the movement. Tilting your ear towards the shoulder. Nice big stretch for back, latissimus as well. So pull the elbow far back as much as you can. Don't fold forward. Great. Lots of leg work today, so we do need to release our legs a little. Starting with quad stretch, grab your right ankle, then press both hips forward, both thighs are parallel. We do need these thighs to recover quickly because we have more workouts coming up. There is in total 33 of these workouts, so up to you how you want to spread this. 3 per week would be extremely good. Of course, you can do more or less depending on your physical abilities. Then change side, grab your left ankle, pushing the hips forward, make sure both thighs are parallel. Some workouts might also be a little bit more challenging, and you're totally free to do a first run, like a little bit of a tester, marking the movements, and then do another one or even 2 more runs full out, going all in and doing those drills to your full capacity. Then step both feet together, feet are parallel, then fold forward with the knees bent, stretch both legs, nose to the knee, relax the head, you can shake your head slightly. Now, while stretching, we can work with our breath. Exhaling does not just feel good, it also reduces the tone of our muscles. So when you fully and slowly exhale from your belly, you're telling your body to reduce muscle tone, making it easier to release into stretches. Inhaling in expansion, exhaling in relaxation. Then come down on the floor. We're continuing with our hamstring stretch, but also with our side body, a little bit of glute stretch here as well. And feel free to explore and be creative with this movement. We're starting with one knee bent, one knee straight and sitting. Then stretch over your straight leg, stretching the hamstring, and then reach over onto your bent knee, reaching to the side, slightly back, opening the shoulder girdle here, and then simply come back into hamstring stretch, turning the navel towards your thigh, leaning forward. Make sure to get your nose close to your knee, not to contract your neck. And then really feel free to explore into this movement. You can either go slower than I'm doing here, because you're feeling you want to go deeper either in this side or back bend, or you want to really explore hamstring stretching or work on hip opening and go really slow. Leaving this up to you. This is our last stretch and cool down for this cardio and athletic work drill for our boot camp. So really enjoy giving back to your body. Stretching after the workout can improve recovery, reduce soreness of muscles, and make it easier for you to adjust the chemistry in your muscles to be ready for the next workout session. This is also a good time to drink. If you have your water bottle next to you, then switch sides. Yeah, the other side coming up, so change leg position. First of all, dig your sitting bones into the ground. Then start with a hamstring stretch, turning your navel towards the stretched out thigh. And then just as before, explore into this side bend by lifting on the knee, extending the hips, maybe even contracting your glutes a little bit to push those hips forward a little more. Release those shoulders. We've been doing quite a lot of plank work here for our core stability, so make sure your shoulders can release. Your abs also need quite a little bit of stretching here. And while you're doing the last few rounds, so these are like the first workouts we're doing in our boot camp, high intensity interval training, allowing you to getting to know all the different areas of our boot camp, the kickboxing, the athletic work, the cardio, the core strength. And with each workout, with each cycle, we are starting to increase the intensity a little bit, adding more exercises that are more challenging. But you can always remember what we did here in the beginning, just as with the knees down. You can keep the knees down for your push-ups, or you can do a little bit less of jumping or traveling. So feel free to experiment and explore on your journey. And I'll see you all next time on the Espresso Workouts HIIT Boot Camp.